With Andruw Jones now inducted into the Hall of Fame, the absence of another great outfielder from the same era feels more glaring than ever. Kenny Lofton remains one of the most puzzling omissions in Cooperstown history, and as more of his contemporaries receive plaques, the oversight becomes harder to justify. The conversation is no longer about whether Lofton was very good. It is about why a player with his resume continues to be overlooked. Lofton's Hall of Fame case was barely given a chance. He appeared on the writer's ballot once, received minimal support, and was quickly pushed aside. For a player of his caliber, that brief consideration borders on disrespect. Among outfielders not enshrined in Cooperstown, Lofton ranks at the very top by advanced metrics, and across all positions he still sits among the elite. The few names ahead of him are either from baseball's earliest days, players with shorter or less impactful peaks, or figures excluded for reasons unrelated to performance on the field. Part of Lofton's problem was timing. He played during an era crowded with legends and clouded by the steroid debate. When his name finally reached the ballot, voters were forced to choose among numerous future Hall of Famers at once. In that environment, Lofton faded into the background despite being one of the most complete players of his generation. That context matters, and it is exactly why his career deserves a second look from the Veterans Committee. His accomplishments speak clearly. He was a perennial all-star, an elite defender who collected multiple Gold Gloves, and a consistent offensive presence with a near .300 batting average. He was one of the most dangerous base stealers the game has ever seen, combined speed with intelligence, and brought value in every phase of the game. Longevity was another strength. While many stars burned bright and faded quickly, Lofton remained productive deep into his career, contributing meaningful value well past the age when most players decline. Comparisons to Andruw Jones only strengthen the argument. Jones earned his place in Cooperstown, especially for his power and defense. Yet when looking at overall value and career shape, the gap between the two is not as wide as many believe. Jones peaked higher, but Lofton sustained excellence far longer. Consistency, durability, and adaptability are skills too, and they should matter in Hall of Fame voting. This discussion is not about tearing down Jones or any other inductee. It is about fairness and consistency. Voters have shifted standards from era to era, sometimes forgiving cheating while punishing association, sometimes valuing peak, other times longevity. That inconsistency undermines the Hall itself. Recognizing Kenny Lofton would not just honor a deserving career, it would also be a meaningful step toward correcting past mistakes and restoring balance to Cooperstown's legacy.